They say when your rivals lose sleep, it means you've done something truly big. Today, India did exactly that. India and the European Union have finalized a historic free trade agreement, and its impact goes far beyond Brussels and New Delhi. The echoes of this deal are being heard from Islamabad to Beijing, and the strongest evidence comes from Pakistan's leading newspaper Dawn and China's state-run China Daily. So the question is simple. If this deal is a win for India and Europe, why has it become a headache for Pakistan and China? After nearly 20 years of negotiations, the India-EU FTA is finally complete. Under this agreement, 97% of EU exports to India will see tariffs reduced or eliminated, saving Europe nearly €4 billion every year. In return, India gains technology access, large-scale investment, and deeper entry into European markets. This isn't just a trade deal, it creates a shared market of nearly 2 billion people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself called it India's largest trade deal ever, and that's exactly what's making India's rivals uneasy. Let's start with Pakistan. Dawn didn't treat this as routine news. The paper openly acknowledged that India has become a future-critical market for Europe. The EU no longer sees India as just a business partner, but as a long-term strategic ally. This is a major shift, especially for Pakistan, which once enjoyed the status of a Western frontline state. Dawn also noted that as global trade increasingly turns into a strategic weapon, the EU is clearly betting on India. What stands out in Pakistan's media is not criticism, but anxiety. Pakistan's economy is heavily dependent on IMF bailouts. Its exports are shrinking, and now a powerful economic bloc like the EU has firmly aligned with India. Pakistan finds itself strategically sidelined with weak industry, political instability, and inconsistent policies. Even more concerning for Islamabad, Dawn warns that this deal will also strengthen defense and security cooperation between India and Europe. For Pakistan, the fear isn't just economic, it's strategic isolation. Now let's look at China. China's state media, China Daily, analyzed the deal from a deeper geopolitical angle. It described the India-EU agreement as a move to reduce the impact of US tariff policies, a clear reference to Trump-era trade actions. China understands this very well. The US-China trade war has already disrupted global supply chains, and Europe no longer wants to remain over-dependent on China. So what's the alternative? India. China Daily itself admitted that this deal will strengthen India's manufacturing sector, position India as a global services and production hub, and further boost investor confidence. In other words, the role China has played for decades in global supply chains, India is now preparing to take over. And that's what's truly worrying Beijing. Both Pakistani and Chinese media agree on one key point. This is not just a trade agreement, it is a political and geopolitical signal.